'Twas after the pandemic and all through our VIM, the vols and the staff were no longer so grim. 3 years have gone by since those first scary days. It's hard to imagine what has become of our ways. Those changes were good. Our progress was fast. Let's look at all the ways we have changed from our past.
First, it's Athena. What could she do? All of her things made our charting more true. With each EMR entry, our data has soared. With this new app, we have totally scored.
Then along came that Dottie with those big shoes to fill. Next thing we know, she's got a new drill.
Logistics,
She said.
you'll love it.
She screamed.
Our hours, our schedules, they all will be tamed.
Barcodes and apps, QR codes, touch screens. How could she do this?
Was what we all screamed.
But this too worked out. We all learned the small quirks. Now when we reflect, this thing really works.
And Nurse Jen arrived. As she watched all our scenes,
We can do better
she said,
with a few new machines.
Private suites for intake, touchscreen, are you sure?
She just kept on asking for gadgets and more.
Jen got what we needed. She stepped up our game. Her asks were all granted, and we won't be the same.
She worked and she coached, and instead of a rise, our VPs and A1Cs beat all our KPIs.
Our nurses all went that long extra mile. Each came with great talent, each with a smile.
And then there was Dragon to help all our docs. They used it with gusto, and each of them rocks.
To come was more change. Ray's retirement was grand, but how would we last without his firm, loving hand?
We searched and we hunted throughout this great place to find Dr. Newman and to quicken our pace.
He came from Oshkosh, wherever that is. Our warmth and our sunshine are now also his.
He was a new face from a place that was cold, but he jumped right on in with a plan that was bold. He watched and he learned, then got his
3 cheers! But there's room more for growth, good for patients and volunteers. Let's get to work,
said he.
Let's make this place grow.
And that's what we've done, as our numbers will show. QS1 was the next thing. Keith's confidence mounted. Who knew our RXs could be filled and be counted?
The screeners kept screening, even when they got grief. But we must pass that audit from our friend Direct Relief.
Then came the pharmacy. This was a first. Could you actually grow things without any dirt?
The lights, the towers, the pH, the pots. We're producing great lettuce. What are the odds?
Patients and friends, vols and others became great pharmacists, like a big band of brothers.
Cheerleader Kathy, her team cheers bring. Wellness coaching, turns out, is actually a thing.
Food is good medicine became our new theme. What could be better than to see patients beam?
But the next change was harder. We all got the vapors. Is it possible this VIM could run without paper?
Yes, it can.
Said Ingrid.
We can do it,
said John.
We all dug in hard, and it's like a new dawn. Each chart has remained on its shelf through month 3. By now we have saved at least one little tree.
Dental has grown. New equipment appeared. Miriam and Mo and all their team cheered.
Yay!
Our donors stayed true to make sure we survive. Ginger and her team have helped us thrive.
Behind our VIM scenes, the board worked together to assure VIM still grows and will always get better.
And now we look back, but we knew from the start, this tale is all true. Volunteers are our heart.
And as we bring this story to close, one thought remains, one last little prose. In each of our hearts, many memories, one man, the person loved most, will always be Stan.